Hey guys, this is Mark from Kozona. I'm going to show you how to put together the adjustable. Take 1, 2, 3. Hi guys, Mark from Kozona. I'm going to show you how to put together the cable cross machine with the Smith machine, squat rack, all that pull down, everything. So this is the video on how to put together. It's very simple. You need a shifter, triple grips, a flathead or a chisel. You will need a drill if you want to. The heads are 17 to 18 mil, so I'm using a socket set for the drill. So yeah, I'm using a socket set, 17 on the drill and 18 on the wrench. So you can use a shifter and the drill, but it's a bit quicker with the wrench and the socket. Alright, so what you want to do is, you want to put your two back pieces. So you got one here and one just lower. So what you got to do is just put them on first, stand the machine up, and then it's pretty simple after that. So that's what I'm going to do now. And it's easier to do it with the tool belt. So when you're doing these, this is a bit easier and quicker to do with the tool belt. So just a bit easier having the tool belt on pieces. All the screws are the same size, so it's very easy to do. So what you want to do is just easy, do one side at a time. Okay, so I just put my nut and washer on, so that can stay like that now. So you just put your nut and bolt in like so. So you take, you wash it off. That goes in like so. Okay guys, so you have two holes here. Alright, that's for the weight pin. So you got two here. You do the second one, skip the first one, skip that, and do the second one. So what you're going to have is, you're going to have a weight pin. That's the weight pin, that's for the rod, and that's for, the weight pin, that's for the bar, and that's for the weight pin. So you have one weight pin here, two weight pins here, and one on the very bottom. Okay guys, since I got this first one on, then what you do, you get the machine, stand them up, and put them together, and the machine will stay up by itself. But what I'm going to do first, I got to tighten these up. You want to keep the machine in line and straight, or square, so when you put everything else on, it will work. So now with this, I have to, what I'm going to do is, see now with my machine, I have to move this corner over, or move that across. So what I'm going to do is, put that back down like that, move this up. Oh. Okay. Alright. Nearly lost it. So what I'm going to do now, get a bolt in. That's it. It will stay up like that. I won't tip over now like it did before. So once you get one of these in, and the nut just hand tight, it won't move. And now, what you can do now is get a square now. See the machine's leaning over, that has to go that way. I'm just missing the light. So what you gotta do now, you gotta take the cover cap off here, and cover cap off here to get into this. But if you take, you gotta take these off. And you can't do that, or be able to get your fingers in here. So, I don't know, 30 said? Make sure you don't lose the screws. Take them out. Take out half of it, don't take them all out. Just enough so you can get your hand behind it. Now I can get my hand in here. And see, that's a bolt. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually take my ones off because to show customers what it looks like internally. So once that's done, what you got to do now is put the Smith machine. So what you got to do is just take these out. Yeah, you got your Smith part. Just take them out. Just take them out like that. Your actual Smith part. So what you got to do is go in the outside. Just got to pass. Just twist it around. Come back down. Make sure these are facing the same way. So what you do is, once this is in, make sure you got the red parts facing the same direction. Then you can, so you have this, because this spins around, make sure it's facing the right way. So see it's not in line, you just want to grab this, push the corner over, and then get them in line like that. This is when you need your wrench, because that's when it makes it a lot easier. And just do it by hand first. So do this side first by hand, and then do the other side by hand. Then once it, got them both all four in, then do them up tightly. So you don't want to do it up tightly yet until you get them in correctly. Just lift this up. So see, this goes up and down. What you can do is just use a stopper. Have to stop it like that, so it holds it up down here. So you have the safety there. Just have that in there and it holds this up to place and just makes your life a bit easier. You can just push it out a little bit. What you do now is clamp it with your hand pretty much. With your hand. Since you got all four in now, pretty good. Now you just get your wrench. And you just do it up nice and tightly. What you want to do, take the safety away. Take the safety away. And what you want to do now is take it out. Make sure your hooks are on properly. With the hooks, with the J hooks, right? One side will be over than the other. You can use a measuring tape and just make sure that the center is right, but with my rubber mats, yeah, it's fine. You just want to make sure that it runs smoothly. Yeah, cool. Alright, so that's done now. What you got to do is now untwist them. So get your wrench again. Just hold it in place. Okay guys, so what you gotta do now is a bolt up here. Just if you can take this off like that. Spin out. Throw this out. Come on. Like that. Just, I don't know, maybe pull behind like this. Yeah, so you have like that, and now you want to put 18 plates each side. So, like that, yeah. Yeah. So that's one plate. Alright guys, so once you do one side, you gotta do the other side. So what you do is just take out the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 screws in the cover cap. So the cover cap, to take it off, leave those screws on, and you'll be able to have access in. Have one hand here, undo these, like that. And what you could do here, lift this up to the top. Make sure you lift this up. Lift that up and lift that up to the top. I'll show you why now. Alright, so what you did is, you took it out now. Okay, so it's all out. And you got the 2 rods. Because there's a bolt there, bolt there. So what you got to do now, see here. Right, this drops lower. This drops lower. Right, see this is out. See this doesn't come out now. Alright, so the issue is, what you gotta do is that it's not dropping, see this part, it's not dropping lower because of the cable, because it's hitting the cable. Okay, so what you gotta do is, so you got the 2 rods here, okay, the 2 rods, and this is not the rod. This one's out, but this one isn't. This one isn't because it's the top. Okay guys, to get the rods out from the top, right, you have to, alright, so guys, to get the rods out from the top, right, you got to adjust this up to the top, unscrew this out, and then this one as well. Let it hang out, drops it to the top. This will drop lower. You should be able to take it out and then drop this lower about halfway, and you should be able to get that out. If you're having issues getting these out or dropping lower, what you have to do is grab this cable, this next to the back, pull it down lower, right? Have the cable adjustments about halfway. Push this down, and this bar, because it's like on the cable, right? This should drop lower, and this will come out, and this will come out like that. So guys, if you're having issues getting this out, what you do is set this up high. You should be able to get one out. Drop it from the top to about halfway. Pull this cable down, so the bottom is loose, so this can drop down lower, and then you should be able to take this out like that. And once you've done that, you take off your top plate, drop it down to the back. Stick it like that, and just slide it down like that. Like that. Okay guys, so once this weight's in, okay, you put your top part on like that. Okay. Now you want to see that doesn't fit now. But see, that doesn't fit, and that doesn't fit. Grab this, bring up like that. So what happened was my cable was coiled up at the bottom, and what happened was that I couldn't get this in. So what happened was now, since I fixed the cable, that dropped down. These can go in like that. Right, this one's in, so I'll get this in and then put the bolt in. See, this side doesn't want to come in. Right, so that doesn't want to go in. So what you do is now is what you do is put this lower, halfway point. Go back over here. And look at that. Now that has dropped down. See? Before couldn't get under here. Now you can get under here easily. So for a quick tip to get these rods out is do one at a time. So have one side higher, right? Then the cable will become loose and you'll be able to get one side out. Then you drop this side lower, halfway point, and then this side will come out. If it doesn't come out, always go to the cables, pull down on the back cable so the cable underneath the very bottom is flat, and so it gives you enough room to take these rods out. So again, start with the high point, push this down, take one of these out first, then drop this down lower, then take out the other half. If you have any issues, pull down on this back cable down, make sure it's flat, and this will pop out. Okay? Don't bend them, don't, try to force it out. Just stay up high, take one out, drop it low, take the other one out. If it still doesn't work, go on the cables, you got the wheels there, just push down, this plate will come up, make sure it's flat, and then it will come out, okay? And then once you put the weight on, you're going to do the exact same thing. Weight's on, you're on the halfway point, put this back in, lift this one up higher, and this will go back in, okay? So, easy. So, again, high, unscrew, so what you do is unscrew this out first, have it up high, take one out. Have it low, take this one out. Any issues, pull down the back cable, try and get the cable flat, and it will come out. Then you go weight stacks on, you put this one back in, move this halfway point one back up to the top, get this other one in, same issue, any issues again, push back the cables down, make it flat and get it in, do not force it. So that's how you get these rods out and back in. You just adjust this up from here to there. It's just that cables run underneath it. So this is like, 3 to 4 mil. What happens is when this is up higher or lower, depends on which side you're doing, the cable will be getting in the way and you won't be able to get it out. So that's why you have it, have it higher, make it loose, get one out, have it lower, get it loose, take it out, and then vice versa. Okay guys, I'm going to show you how to adjust the cables. So, with these, make sure you pull them up nice and tight to the top. Make sure you do them up tightly with your fingers, right? And so yeah, make sure it's tightly up. And to make sure you can still twist them. If you can't twist them, you don't have it up too tightly, okay? So what you're going to do now To adjust these, you gotta twist this one, that one, and this one. Okay, that's how you adjust it. There's 3. 1, 2, 3. So what you gotta do is test it. Alright, so what I'm gonna do, have no weight. Okay, see, watch this. See, it's hitting. So it's not smooth. So what you gotta do, okay, you got the middle one here. Yeah, you got the middle one here. What I'm gonna do is just twist it out like that. There's a nut underneath it. Alright, to adjust it, see this nut? Do that up tightly so this can't move. Get to the position you want. Now you want to grab the cable. See? Okay. Okay. And just see, it's still heating. Pretty bad. And you just twist this. See where the rod will have a curve in it, a slight curve. Just see where it is. Just see what the curve is. See it works, so twist the curve out. Twist it out again. See? See how smooth it's running now? No issue. These little nuts on here, they're nothing pretty much. Just do the little nut up so nice and tight on them by hand. And you got this washer at the bottom. You want to just do it up. So once you get it right, you test it, it's all okay. Just tighten the bottom one up. Hold it so it doesn't move. Like that. That's all tight. Test it again. See, just a slight movement. No. See, it's that slight movement. Now just go up, like that. Like that. Yeah, that's good. Okay, once you got it good like that, what you want to do is tighten that bottom one up. Mark them once you're done, okay? Then what you want to do, so what you want to do now, mark down like that. Mark on the thing first, mark down like that. Okay, so see that? Now that's your reference point for the rods. So once you get it right, that's your reference point now. So now you know if it plays up, you always can go back to here, look where, if it slightly moves left or right, and you can adjust it back to where it was. Okay, and then what you got to do now, see that bolt there, what you want to do is get your socket, do them up tightly so they can't spin when you're training, and make sure your lines are line up, and that's how you adjust it. So you got 1, 2, 3. You got your bolt underneath here. Make sure it's tight, and once this, you test it, got it working. mark it on the rod. After you mark on the rod, tie the bolts up, make sure everything's in line. It marks up with your texter, and that's how you adjust the cables. So guys, again, to adjust the cables, what you do is you tighten the bolts up on the very top, just enough so you can still turn it, okay? Then what you do is you get this cable to the high point, sit down, keep pulling down, right? Up, just keep pulling down. Keep with no weight, just do it by itself, just keep doing it. Then just turn, you got the middle one, you got the left, middle and right. So you got the two rods for the outside and you got the middle. So just adjust them, right? Adjust the middle one. When you got it nice and smooth, tighten the nut up in the middle one. So there's a nut underneath, tighten that up, test it. Once that's done, it's working fine, that middle one can't move and it's working fine. Then you come up to the top, you mark it with a marker, mark the metal first, then the rod. Then get your socket, do them up tightly, make sure it's along with your mark, and that's how you adjust it. Again, so what you do is, on your knees, test it, adjust the middle one, adjust the two at once, right? Look at the rods, they might have a curve in there. Look at the curve, have the curve going one way, test it out, make sure once you get it right, do the bottom one at the bottom, nice and tight, so it can't move. Test it, it's still working all good, there are no issues. Mark it metal to rod with a permanent texter, do the nuts up on top, and that's how you adjust the cable, and you finish. And then what you do is, with the cover caps, you put the cover caps back on, and then that's done. So once that's done, then you move on to your next thing. That's done. So that sits on like that. So what you do is, get your trip grips, there's a clip, do it up like that. You can use pliers or anything, just grab it like that. The trip grips are easier because you don't have to hold it like that. Just take it off like that. Just goes in like that. Goes in like that. So what you want to do is grip your grip. Get your chisel, or screwdriver, anything. And what you want to do is push that side in, get it on. Once it's on like that, this side just use the other chisel, on like that. So once it's clipped on, it's that'll come off like that. Go like that. So now it's pretty much on. And then you want to do is just like that. And done. And it's just a click now. So that's done. Okay, that's done now. All set on. Use the other chisel. One like that. So once it's clipped on, it's that'll come off like that. Let's go like that. So now it's pretty much on. And then you want to do is just like that. And done. And it's just a click now. So that's done. Okay, that's done now. All set on. Don't have to do more. You do have nuts like these. What you do, you can put one through here, I believe. Yeah, you can put one through here. You can put a nut on here to just keep that shut pretty much if you want. I think that's the bottom one. Yeah, the bottom one. So you put a nut on here just so this capping is nice and clamped on. that's all on properly, all done. That side again, you just pretty much nut and bolt, simple like that. So guys, that's how you put the cable machine together. So it's very simple. You put the two back pieces on first, then you put the Smith machine on second, this part here, make sure it was all square. After that, you lift this part up to the top, undo them both first, lift it up to the top, take one side out, drop this lower, take the other one out, take the top, this one off, slide the weight on, put the other one back in, then move that one back up, pull this back in. If you have any issues, pull down the cable, make sure it's flat. Then to adjust, remember, twist these around, tighten the bolt on the middle one up against the rod so it can't move. Once it's all working fine, testing it, mark it, do the top bolts on. Once that's done, then you can screw off the cap. Make sure you mark the rods too so you know what everything is. Screw the cap, screw the shields off. Then you can put this on, right, put this on, that's done. Everything else is finished. You put your landmine on, you put your foot pad on, and you can put the weight pins on the side. So my camera is going to run out of memory, but that's how you do it, guys. It's pretty simple. Take your time. 18 plates each side. Or no, sorry, 19 plus the top is 20, 100 kilos. That's it, guys. Have a good one. If you have any issues, contact me. But good luck anyways.